Bachelor Island. We're here with Johnny Mundo. Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien, bien.
Oh, sí, sí.
Here at the Rhode Island Convention Center, Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Good to be here. I'm a man of many names, many nicknames. Now the Wednesday Night Delight, Johnny Mundo, formerly WWE superstar John Morrison. But it's good to be here with you guys. What's cracking? What's StrikeZone all about?
Well, we're a sports radio in Providence, Rhode Island. Been on the air for 7 years. We're trying to get a little bit more wrestling and MMA now. So this is a perfect convention for us.
So who's the top wrestler you guys have ever interviewed?
Roddy Piper.
That's a trick question, brother. Come on. I'm right here.
Sorry, man. I had to know something.
Good. As long as you stick to your guns. I did Piper's podcast recently. Great guy. I
listened to that.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Actually, after you did our show, I was like, hey, Johnny Mundo is coming to New England Fan Fest. We gotta get him.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. Piper's a legend, dude. Funny guy. So you guys do like regular sports, MMA,
Yep,
and
MMA, wrestling, the whole cornucopia.
What do you think about CM Punk and the UFC?
I'm glad you asked me. Asking a couple guys that myself. Personally, if you want my honest opinion, I think he's in his own identity. I know you wrestled the guy. I don't know how personally you know him. Here's a guy who, as far as we know, grew up loving wrestling, received his t-shirts with ECW, and now he's going to go and do a Sports Illustrated interview and say that wrestling's fake and all this stuff. I think he's in his own personal identity crisis because he's got so much animosity for the E's, and I think he's going about things wrong. I wish him well, but I just think he's going about things wrong.
I like that perspective. Personally, I'd consider him a good friend. Even Michael Jordan ended up leaving basketball to go play baseball after he felt like he'd maxed out. And at some point, I think the pressure to be the best becomes exponentially greater when you have nothing left to achieve. And that can be in your mind or the fans' minds or whatever, however you want to interpret that statement. But either way, I'm interested to see what he does in the UFC.
Yeah.
Now, you had a series of matches with CM Punk back in ECW. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Yeah. He and I when we were both feuding in ECW had a series of matches, and I was heel champ for John Morrison, newly named John Morrison at that time. The Shaman is Sexy, the Guru of Greatness. That's when all those nicknames came in right there in 2007, and it was right when I was wrestling CM Punk. And that feud in particular, I think, was what really made me feel comfortable as a heel for the first time. And some of those matches, specifically the match that I lost the ECW title to CM Punk, is one of my favorite matches of all time. No, it was just a random match in Cincinnati for ECW TV. I won the match in an earlier pay-per-view. We had a SummerSlam match that was a little bit.
Oh, that was the one.
Yeah, but and I think he's spoken about this earlier. The two of us were butting heads a little bit when we first started. He was we didn't work well together until we got some crappy matches out of the way. And I think as you saw in our later matches, it paid off. We started clicking. We had great ring chemistry.
Can you tell the fans who are not familiar with the Lucha Underground, where you currently are, and feuding with El Patron, what to expect when you tune in to the Lucha Underground?
Sure. Man, what can I say about Lucha Underground? A lot of stuff. Lucha specifically is a hard-hitting, very acrobatic style. And Lucha Underground takes elements from Lucha Libre, from American Pro Wrestling, and also from gritty action films, like it's Robert Rodriguez, action film type vibe. So you can expect a highly stylized product by the way that it looks, with some of the most talented performers in the world, in my opinion. A lot of the guys from Mexico City, Ricochet, M-Dog, Son of Havoc, his name there. Ricochet is freaking amazing. Jack Evans is there now, and of course the ultra-talented Johnny Mundo. You can expect all that jammed into a slick package. It's a 1-hour wrestling show that hits hard and fast, and I think you can expect to be refreshed by how things unfold in the Underground. It's 1 hour, and we're telling stories quickly. It's not a 3-hour raw. And I think it's the first show. Everyone talks about how everything begins again, or change happens now, like that, all that crap. But I think Lucha is the first show that's really done that. And they're committed to approaching wrestling from a different standpoint, and I think you can expect that if you tune into the El Rey Network at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, or if you tune into Unimas on Saturdays.
Now, Wednesdays all of a sudden has become a hotbed for professional wrestling. You got NXT, you got 2 programs on Destinies America, of course. You got Lucha Underground on El Rey. What do you think about this? Wednesday never used to be a big night for wrestling. Now all of a sudden it's a hot night.
Love it. You know, I mean, Monday Night Wars, I would say, was good for business. Anytime there's more wrestling, it's good for people like me, because I'm a wrestler. If there's more opportunities to work different places, it's better for me and everybody in this convention, and wrestling fans too, because competition breeds people taking it to the next level, people working hard, and fans expecting more. And for me, because I don't ever phone it in, I always push myself. I like that environment. So I'd say good for wrestling in general, good for me, good for fans.
Well, we thank you for your time. Appreciate you coming on the show. Hopefully, we can have you call in one of these nights. So,
anytime, hit me up. Follow me on Twitter @TheRealMorrison. Be sure to check out my movie Boone the Bounty Hunter on IMDb. Expect that to be out at some point soon. Or if you want to get in shape, you want to get abs like Johnny Mundo, go to www.outofyourmindfitness.com.
I had one last question. Recently you were involved in Superpower Beatdown. I believe you played Casey Jones, am I wrong?
Yeah, Casey Jones versus Kick-Ass.
How was that?
Loved it. I've been doing a lot of movies and a lot of stunt choreo, and I feel like it's broadened my bag of tricks for wrestling also. So the Superpower Beatdown episode, Casey Jones versus Kick-Ass, is on the Bat in the Sun YouTube channel. It's up there now. We also filmed one, Winter Soldier, which I played, versus Nightwing, which is probably going to be finished in 4 or 5 months. We filmed almost all of it, and there's a lot of effects work to do. So.
all right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much once again coming on the StrikeZone Radio.
Absolutely, man. See you next time, brother.
Wednesday Night Delight.
Adios.